Hi, folks. Now, I suppose you're wondering what I'm doing out here in the passenger seat of my car, with it sort of drizzling outside, and with a suitcase in the driver's seat. Actually, it's kind of a funny story. You see, last night, as I was driving back from Charlottesville, we'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, as I was driving back from Charlottesville, I dropped off my good friend Megan, and after she made me and Donnie dinner, we were heading on back, and we were just about to get on the highway when I realized that I still had my wallet in my back pocket. Well, I went to remove it, and, well, when you're sitting in your seat, you tend to, move back when you're trying to get something out of your pocket. Well, I was doing this when all of a sudden my seat goes up and goes back. The reason became quite apparent rather quickly. As you can see, my front driver's seat is broken. Won't stay up. So that presented me with a poser. Either I drive around at fully stock rigidness. Now, granted, it would be a great ab workout, but it isn't quite conducive for safe driving. So I have taken this suitcase, filled it with a whole bunch of just old and useless clothes that I'm not using, and I'm going to stuff it in my back seat like so. A little difficult to work with here, especially from this angle. Voila, front seat fixed. Now, I'm going to have to get it fixed for reals eventually, but I figure that this is a nice little stopgap, and I thought it might be an interesting little thing to show you guys real quick as I get started with this week's 52 Weeks of Dan. So, there you go. If anybody has suggestions as to where I can go and get that checked out, or, the most cost-effective way to get that fixed, just let me know. And also, I would like to apologize to all my listeners, to all my viewers, about the screechy nails on chalkboard audio quality of my last post. Apparently my camera phone does not have the best audio quality when I have it set to camcorder mode. Anyway, as for where I was at this past weekend, the weekend was spent out in the woods of Charlottesville, Virginia, shooting a zombie movie. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I was a zombie for the weekend. Pretty scary, huh? The film was for a local do-it-yourself type filmmaker by the name of Johnny Johnson, and his company is Darkstone Entertainment. They make horror movies, action movies, on a budget, and they do pretty darn good, in my humble opinion. The movie that I was making it for was a movie called Skeleton Key 3. Now, this is not a sequel to the Kate Hudson movie, but to a far superior movie called Skeleton Key, of course. It's a horror comedy type movie, filled with blue naked zombies and lots of explosions, and the occasional guest appearance from horror movie legends, like, in the first movie was Brinka Stevens and Debbie Rochon. And the second movie has the inimitable Monique Dupree. In this one, I'm not sure if I'm really allowed to say who the special guests are, but it's big. It's a really cool guest. I was like, ah! Cool. So, not much really else I can say about the movie. I was out in the woods. I got my head blowed up. There was lots of rotting meat and green sauerkraut being splattered around, and a tall, thin black man doing a very silly happy dance. Just wait until the movie comes out, and all will become clear. So apart from that, life's been going good. Actually, if you see behind me, you'll see that the scene's a little bit sparser. You know, up there you see not as many toys and stuff like that. The reason for that is because I'm moving. Yes, this will likely be my last 52 Weeks of Dan broadcast from Virginia Beach. I'm moving in with a good friend of mine by the name of Gecko. Not Geico, Gecko. And I'll be living in Hampton, Virginia. I lived on that side of the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel for a couple of years before. And so I'm bouncing back, you know, living in the Hampton Roads area here. I first started living in Virginia Beach, then I lived in Newport News, then I lived in Virginia Beach again, now I'm moving back to Hampton. So I'm just bang, 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 bang. Kind of like a Pong, kind of like the world's slowest game of Pong. So, yeah, kind of like that. Anyway, but apart from that, school semester's almost over. I'm really confident that I'll get at least a decent grade, hopefully at least a C. That would be nice. I'm daring to dream here. But apart from that, everything's going well. So I hope everything's going well with all of you, the people who are kind enough to actually sit down and sit through and watch all of this. And may fortune smile upon you in the future. And, you know, they say that may you live in interesting times is a curse. Nah. I prefer interesting times. So, with that, sayonara, and see you next week in Hampton.